Hey everybody, welcome back to the Late Night Talks. I'm Nevin.
And my name is Mong Zhang, and let's continue our late night talks.
All right, everybody. So today we have a very special guest. We have a DJ, EDM DJ specifically. We have Cloud10.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, I guess the first thing is, how did you come up with that name, Cloud10? Because I feel like I don't know it. I've heard of you because of Nevin told me, and I kind of listened to some EDM stuff, but I guess how did you come up with Cloud10?
Yeah, so that's actually a really easy answer because it's not really like a whole backstory behind it, but it's mostly because how it started, right? So for me, I went to St. Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you got the point now, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I started my DJ journey in St. Cloud, and then that's where the cloud come from. Because back then we were just DJing in our homes, just doing house parties and stuff like that. So I just wanted to represent that's where I got my start from. So that's where I got the cloud. Now the 10 part, it can go either way because I just tell people just above cloud 9. So
Yeah.
that's why
I was
I
thinking
did.
about
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
Wow.
yeah, the funny story of how I got that is I was doing a music class and then they needed a DJ name for me. So then they wanted me to do it on the spot. So think of a DJ name. Like, shit. Cloud 10.
Nice.
Yes,
nice.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, all right, Cloud 10, let's do it.
Wow. So you went to St. Cloud. What did you major in?
I did psychology.
Oh, psychology?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That's
4
far,
years, right?
yeah, far different from being a DJ, right? Yeah.
Then, how did you like it? Was it good in St. Cloud? Because we had friends in college too that are from St. Cloud, and they say it's like kind of like Minneapolis, but
Just smaller.
yeah, just smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, going up there, it's a small net community.
Yeah.
Because if you see it, it is just like a college town, right? There's nothing else around it other than the university and just local people, right? So when you go there, it's mostly everyone's just here for either school and then hanging out with each other. You just get really close with each other, right? So then for that, I believe, yeah, we just get a close net community, and then it was good for what it was, right? You go to university, get an education, come out of it, get a job, things like that. But then I think for me, I try to make most of the experience. So I just did a lot of stuff that I wanted to do in St. Cloud. Other than studies, I did DJing. I danced there too. I didn't tell people that, but I used to be a
Oh
dancer.
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Wait, tutting?
Not tutting, all that's hip hop.
hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I used to be an actual dancer, professionally,
Oh
for
wow.
a company called Elite Family.
Do you know Joshua Vang then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joshua,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I
he
used to
from-
dance
Yeah.
with them too.
No, he's someone I met
Oh.
through a college thing, but he also danced a lot too.
Mhm.
Nope.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Thanks. Small
Yeah.
world.
Wow.
2018. Yeah, I used to be a dancer.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought you were just a musician this whole time.
No, man. I did everything. 2017 to 2022, I did a lot of stuff a lot of hobbies that I just wanted to explore and just
Nice.
landed on DJing.
So over there in St. Cloud, since it's so small over there, you said there is not much to do. I mean, what is there that's your favorite spot to go to? Like a food place, a bar, or the mall?
Well, I'm not sure about bars wise because that's when COVID hit. I wasn't 21 yet.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, so
okay.
COVID hit and I couldn't do none of that, go downtown, none of that stuff. So a lot of the stuff that we could do was just go to a friend's house or an apartment and do house parties.
Mm.
And we did a lot of house raves.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys get in trouble?
We try not to.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, we never got caught
Oh,
before.
that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not for any of the noises, stuff like that. I remember we host a house rave, top to bottom. There's just people either just playing music downstairs, playing upstairs, and then the next floor will be just chill.
Nice.
So it'd be a whole frat party of just doing EDM or just chilling. It's like Project X, honestly. Yeah, it was like that for a little bit. But that's the stuff that I enjoyed in St. Cloud because, hey, it's all your homies in one place, and you just head there to vibe and have a good time. So that's what I did for most of my time, and that's my favorite time there.
Since St. Cloud is so far, it's two hours, right?
About hour 30.
Don't you miss the home food from what your mom cooks? At all Asian food?
No, luckily there's a lot of Hmong people that go
Oh,
there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And they could. Okay, yeah, you guys.
So
cook
they
together.
can cook.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how to cook Hmong food like personally,
Uh-huh.
but then I know a lot of my homies and then their girlfriends know how to cook Hmong food. So they're always like,
Oh, you lucky.
everyone just invites each other out. Like, hey, you wanna make pho or like Hmong sausage? I brought some from the cities, and then we just go out and eat at their place. So
Oh,
there's a chance where you can eat Hmong food, just not like a Hmong restaurant there.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Hmm.
Nice.
So because you said that you don't know how to cook Hmong food, from what I like, kind of did a little like backstory or like just kind of a little bit research of you. So you're half Lao and half Hmong, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So just making sure, just so our audience knows too, because I don't think I could ever see that you're half Lao or half Hmong at all. I thought you were just Hmong in general.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really tell people that either. I just tell them like a Hmong, because I mean, if you look like our community,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just all Hmong people, right?
So
Yeah.
is your mom Lao or Hmong?
No, my mom's Lao.
Lao. Okay.
Yeah, my dad's Hmong.
Okay. And then your last name is Yang, right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. A lot of Yangs.
Dang.
Yeah. Like I said, going back to, it's like, you would never expect me to be like, hey, I'm Hmong and Lao,
Yeah.
right? Until I actually like say it like straight up, like a fun fact or something like that,
Yeah.
right? But then I think a lot of people like in community, just like, if you just hang out with someone and you look Asian, they just assume, hey, you're Hmong.
Mhm.
You know, I just never like correct it or just put it out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does your so kind of going back into like you're starting DJing and everything, has your like parents kind of supported you into when you started doing your DJ stuff, or are they like, oh, you're just doing it for fun, it's a hobby thing, or
Exactly that.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah. Yep. Right when I started. So, yeah, funny story with that is when I came back from university, I moved back to the cities. I didn't know what to do with my life too. Like, I hated going to school just for like a degree that I didn't really care about, right? So I was like halfway through university, I was like, oh man, I don't want to do this anymore. So then I went back just being like, man, what can I do? Because I'm not saying that I hate it, but it's like I don't have the passion to be like a psychologist, like even like a therapist or something like that.
Yeah.
So I just told my mom straight up, like, hey, I kind of want to just pursue music because I've been DJing there for a while in St. Cloud. But then for her, it's mostly like for like a lot of Asian parents too. It's just like, it's a hobby, it's a phase.
Yeah.
You get over it or something like that. I mean, it kind of brought me down a little bit because like, it's something that you're passionate about and you want to like go 100%. But then for them, it's like, well, where's the money at? Like, it's always that goal for like Hmong parents. Like, you're gonna make money off of this. Like, I know you might be happy, but then at the end of the day, like, can you sustain yourself by doing this?
right?
Yeah, but that's something that you learn as you go on because as like I was 21 when you told me that, so like you're still like a naive kid, like just trying to follow what you were trying to do, right? But as you go on, you start to notice like my parents are there because they were trying to look out for me, not because like just to bring your hopes and dreams down like that, right? So for the most part, they're just looking after me like, hey, I know you like this, but I'm just like worried about you just failing and then not knowing what you're gonna do with your life. So always have like they always say this too. Always have like a plan B.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always have a plan B.
Do you have a plan B?
No.
No. Dang.
I mean, I do like. Yeah, I mean, I have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9-to-5 job. The regular schmegular things like that too, and DJing, weekends, things like that. So, I guess you can say that's a plan B, but that's not like a plan B I want to do forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about, so you started, so since you told your parents that, and then you went back to St. Cloud, right? And so I'm assuming that you continued your DJing more, right? More and more after that.
No, so I didn't go back to St. Cloud. I
Mhm.
finished my 4 years.
Yeah.
Moved back here. So then, yeah, that's where I started to actually think about like, oh, dang,
What- what-
got it.
What
Like,
year
do I
did
wanna
you
do this?
graduate?
2022, early 2022. It was like spring.
20.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn,
okay.
that shit was so
Dang.
long ago, man.
Oh man.
It was literally like the brink of COVID leaving.
Yeah,
or you could
yeah.
actually like go
Yeah,
out and
true.
do stuff. That's when it would happen.
So then,
yeah.
after you graduated, did you go to Slam Academy, right, the DJ school, right after?
Yes, actually halfway through. I think it was early 2022. I believe it was January January. Yep, that's
Okay.
when I decided to go to music school.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that whole 6 months I was just trying to get like jobs and stuff like that too,
Mm-hmm.
just like so I can sustain myself, I guess. But then when I finally have like the money to like go, like get adult money for the first time
Yeah.
and learning how to spend it, I think that was like my first like big purchase. It's just, hey, I want to go to music school, so that's what I did. I looked at a bunch of like art schools, like music schools like that, like the serious like you get a music degree out of this.
Mm-hmm.
But then I landed on Slam Academy because it was an EDM school.
Yeah.
Like, go for the genre that you want. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 years. I took a little break, like I think a 6 months break, and then now I'm like finally starting to come back from it too. So,
Nice.
Yep.
And who do you know the owner's name of that company?
yeah, his name is James Patrick.
Yeah, he was my professor at college too.
For real?
Yeah.
I
And
didn't know
then-
that.
Yeah,
What?
he
Bald
was
dude,
saying,
bald headed guy,
he-
tall, lanky.
I don't think he's bald. He kind of has white hair, and
I think we're talking about two different people.
he's like the owner or co-founder or something.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because I know we call him JP because that's what he likes to be called. So James Patrick, he's I think he's the co-founder of Slam Academy. I think he has someone else too. I haven't met the other co-founder, but the person I go to the most is JP.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
founder of Slam Academy.
Yeah, when I took that class, I was like, oh shit, like I could probably talk to him about Slam Academy too, but I don't think he didn't give me that much information. He was like, if you're interested, just look online. I'm like, oh, okay, but yeah.
No, that's how it is though. It just literally how I did it was enroll now, like no like FAFSA or anything. I thought that too.
Yeah.
Like for the first beginning of it, I was like, oh yeah, I need to take out student loans and things like that too. But then when I started like going there for like touring the place, they're like, dude, just here to learn. Like don't think of it like as a music school or music business. Like it's like trade school. You go there to learn as much as you can, and then if you think that you learned enough, you can hop off or anything like that. So it's not like semesters or anything like that. Like just learn to learn.
So at Slam Academy, I don't know, do they have an EDM program now? Because like last year when I checked, I didn't see any EDM stuff.
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of it, because they do focus a lot on Ableton, because JP, he basically was like the pioneer to bring Ableton, like that DAW or digital audio workstation to America and make it like popularized.
Yeah.
So that's why he's like such a big deal in like Ableton, because he did all that. And then now like Ableton's super popular over here because everyone uses it, right? Alenium uses it. Virtual Riot, he uses that too. So I think that really is the main focus of Slam Academy. But in terms of like actually like learning, I want to learn house or I want to learn like dubstep, it's mostly like online, because they have an online portion too, in person and then an online. Yeah, I think the in person is more like geared towards like actually learning how to use the system, and then online is more like, okay, which genre of music do you want to get into? Because JP teaches house and techno, Virtual Riot, he teaches dubstep.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you can pick and choose, but it's like that.
Do you remember when we were in the workshop together?
I do remember that. Yeah,
It was so surprising. I looked at the name. I'm like, yeah, that has to be him.
it's a free workshop. So
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
yeah,
but it was so hard to try to like learn from that. To be honest,
yeah.
for me at least. But I don't know about you.
Yeah, so yeah, a little backstory. So Slam Academy hosts like free workshops here and there for anybody that wants to like join and like learn how it works. So I took that free course because it was like a dubstep or like bass course.
Yep.
And then I saw Nevin on there. I was like, oh shit, all right. I thought it was gonna be like a bunch of other people that I don't know, but then I was like, all right, Nevin's here too. Like, hey, shit. So I just like messaged like, hey, you in this class too? Like, yeah. But I remember that too because that teacher went by so fast.
Yeah, he
right?
did.
Like, if you were to imagine it, he was like, all right, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Or like, oh, maybe I'll have this. Like, are you following what he's saying?
Yeah.
Like, no.
I
I have
can't
no
do
idea
it.
what the hell he's saying.
Plus, I never used Ableton before, and it was so confusing. But the only experience I ever had is GarageBand, so it was so different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So I'm assuming you make your own music too, right?
Yep.
Yep. So do you use like are you because you're in Slam Academy? Are you like using more Ableton than
Yeah.
anything else now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you do before? I guess.
I did FL Studio.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Ooh, isn't that harder?
Honestly, since I use both for a couple years now, I would say FL is a little bit harder, just because like just how it is like set up is like more geared towards like experienced like music producers. But Ableton, I feel like it's more like friendlier option because they have like tips or like facts that you can just like look at online and then just it'll just be there for you. So I'll say Ableton, like that's my number one thing, man. I can't go back to FL Studio because I'm trying to relearn that. I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta look into that too then.
What's funny is Nevin and I we talk about like music a lot on this on our podcast as well too, and I know that Nevin makes music. I make music as well too, and then Nevin like told me that he bought FL Studio.
I did.
He never touched it at all, and I'm like, damn, that's like $200
Yeah,
for
it was around
Oh, you bought the standard version,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. It was expensive, and I tried to play with it. I'm like, what? I can't even read all of this. It's so
Yeah.
confusing. So I just never touched it again. I still have it on my computer. I need to
Yeah.
update it, but yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too with like learning how to like make music, right? Like you coming from like a point where you have no idea what you're doing, right? You're starting from like the bottom rung and trying to find that next step. Like, how can I like use this, right? That's why I went to music school. Because for like a good 2 years, I was just on my own, just DJing and stuff like that. And I was just like, for me, I just wasn't getting anywhere because like I'm just doing like stuff on my own. Like I didn't really know like what the next step was until I went to like music school, because that's when you really like get to see how everyone does like their things their own way. And then there's so much like information that you can like take and then be like, I like your way, I'm gonna just go take your way that I feel like most comfortable with.
So right now, are you still going to Slam Academy?
Yep.
Or okay. And then how many years left do you have?
Until I say I quit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
And
like
you
that.
You have to pay monthly too, right?
Yeah, it's just a monthly thing. So yeah, think of it like actual like trade school.
Yeah.
Like you just do it and learn as much as you can, and then leave when you can. Because there's not like hey, like fall we're not doing any programs, or that's our final. If you have like something that you want to do, just go to the next course. Or like we have a fall and spring semester, I guess technically you can say, because we run like three months for like one class. So once that 3 months is up, you can either like continue learning like level 1, level 2, level 3 basically, or you can take that course again, because it's really on you. You're paying for it. So like you might as well just like learn as much as you can.
So I guess because you kind of went from, or you transitioned from FL Studio into Ableton, how was that like?
So I went in like thinking, oh yeah, I know a lot of this stuff too, because for Slam Academy they do Ableton, and then I didn't download Ableton yet because I didn't have the money to do it, because I had FL Studio, right? I paid that $200.
Yeah.
Paid that $200 for that too. I was like, man, I don't have the money for Ableton, so I'm just gonna translate everything what they're saying into FL Studio. And I was like, dude, that was like the hardest thing I ever did in my life. You're basically moving out of your comfort zone from what you've been knowing and then doing something completely different. But then after a while, you start to actually like feel more comfortable. Like, okay, I'm doing this like every single day, every single week. It just becomes like way more like fluid. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't go back to FL Studio because I have no idea how to work that thing.
Yeah.
And I can work at like Ableton as like it's my own car. Like it's just nothing to me now, or just like so like transition so smoothly. I can just like work on it.
So how often are you in the studio then?
Every day.
Every day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So so when you're creating like these EDM tracks and like the vocals, do you like just go online and try to find a free like vocal audio?
Yeah. So there's a lot of free audio effects, plugins, things like that you can find online. Some of them aren't the best, but then I think when you really want to start getting into it and then like making like tracks where you want to put out to the public, that's when you had to spend that little bit of money. But I've been using a Splice. If anyone's ever heard of Splice, that's like every like EDM artist uses that for like samples. So I mean, you pay like a little bit, just like a 10-month fee, and then they give you like 300 credit. You find like a vocal that you like, download it. It's like 1 credit.
Wow.
So that's what you can do like that. Technically, you get your money's worth too, because like it's so much like out there, samples, presets, synths, things like that you can grab online.
When's the last time you uploaded a song? Remember?
Oh man, say last year, but it wasn't mostly like an original song. It was like a remix.
Oh, remix.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right now you're just trying to make originals, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I'm in the studio every day, it's not like I'm working on like a song. It's just practice, right?
Practice. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can do like a drop. Just literally, I'm in the studio just making like one little section of a drop, and then just like have like hundreds of photos of drop idea 1, song idea February 22nd or something like that. Yeah.
See, that's so hard, and so like you just have to have so much patience. And that for me, it's like I can try, but like after an hour, I'm like, I'm just doing the same thing all over again.
Trust me, I say that shit every single day, man.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Literally, like you'll be in the studio listening to like 5 seconds of a loop, and you'll be listening to that loop for like 100 times.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're like, fuck, like I'm tired of this loop.
Shoot.
But I know I can make it better. Yeah.
You know, I think it's like I play around in GarageBand too, and then so like I've made a couple of stuff, and I'm like, damn, those videos that they post online where, you know, like they have the producer, they're like, oh, imagine you're like what you think a producer does in the studio, and then they're like making all these cool beats, but then like the realistic part is that you're listening to different drums or different like synths, and so I'm like, after seeing like how hard it is to like just make a like, for example, a beat or just choosing a like instrument, that's like the most hardest part that I think about.
Yeah, man. Looking at YouTube videos, man, they can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's just a video. You know, you don't get anyone to like say like, hey, how'd you do that or something. You just have to repeatedly like loop back to that one part. I look at YouTube tutorials like this. Like, you ever see those memes where they go like how to draw a horse?
Yeah.
Figure? So it's like step 1 is a stick figure of like just like the back of the horse.
Yeah.
Step 2 is just like the little drawing.
Yeah.
And then step 3 is like a masterpiece, like Mona Lisa looking thing right there. That's what I describe like music tutorials, because like they're like, it's simple, just to write like a drop, just add chords and do this, and then here's the final result, and it's just like this massive like music production thing. They added like a bunch of stuff that they didn't teach you in the tutorial. It's like, dude, I am not learning from this. I can't learn from this. It's like, dude, you're doing so much, and you didn't even put it on the music video or the video yet.
What made you choose EDM or, you know, like more like the music that you're like working on and you're kind of like DJing out right now? Yeah.
The funny thing is even like 10 years ago, I never listened to EDM.
Same.
Yeah, right. I didn't really start listening to EDM until like 2019.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never liked EDM. I never get it. I never like get why people liked it, and then I just started listening to. I think Illenium was the one that got me into EDM.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you know what? It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like, we know about like Skrillex, right? And,
Yeah,
like, Avicii. Like, I didn't know that was like called EDM until like 2019. Like, that's old school EDM. Like, I thought it was
Or
just like
dubstep.
music.
You know, some people call it that too.
Dubstep, dubstep, things like that. But I was like, I didn't really like notice until like now. I was like, oh dang, I haven't listening to like EDM because like Skrillex, Avicii, but then it was like a one-off, you know.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until like 2019 where that's where I had my first rave too. 2019, because I was just discovering everything at once. I think it was Slander. If you guys were there.
Oh, we never gone to a rave.
We never raved before.
Never
gone to a
We
rave.
want to.
Yeah, we want to
want
experience.
to. Yeah.
You know.
Dude, it happens like every month, man. Every
I
single
know.
weekend,
But
there's just a rave.
think about it,
there.
the tickets are so expensive.
It depends on where you're going too, obviously.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We just haven't planned.
yeah,
You know, like
it's a lot.
yeah, and I think finding a group as well too. I mean, Nevin's friends and they go rave and stuff, and then I think it was just
it's basically them.
is it you too?
Kenji and
Kenji.
you
Yeah,
guys.
I was surprised. Like, wait a minute, you never got to a rave with us before? All of our buddies does that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's experience. It's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to. Like, I think we both settled on like we have to go this year. We have to.
I would say find an artist that you would enjoy going, because like those like start from like 8 to 2 a.m. right?
Yeah.
So like find an artist that you enjoy because it will kind of make or break your experience with like raving.
I think I'm down to go with just a group. You know, it's
Yeah.
like if they want to go to this one, I'll go. I don't really care about the artist because I don't really listen to EDM that much, but I'm open to anything.
No, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Just find a genre.
Yeah.
I mean, no, actually, what genre do you like?
I like hard style.
Hard style. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, I mostly listen to metal and rap music, so that's why when I was DJing yesterday, it was just rap and metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. How was that for you though? Yeah,
it
you
was
were DJing
good.
last night.
Yeah, it was. I think I liked it better than the other time.
Really?
Yeah, because it was more people, a little bit more people, and I guess people liked the music better too. Because the other place, they didn't like it.
Wait. What do you mean the other place? Let's get some backstory
Oh,
to
okay.
this.
Oh yeah.
Let's get some. So
Okay, so
recently, right? Recently, you like
yeah, like a couple weeks ago when you were there too.
yeah. So like you both performed at Doghouse.
Yeah.
And then you said that experience was better.
No,
Or-
I'm saying yesterday.
Oh,
At Far
yesterday.
East.
Oh,
at Far East
got
was
it.
better.
Okay.
Because at
Got
Doghouse, remember that guy that came up?
Oh, yeah.
Song
Yeah.
request?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he was gonna give me like I don't know, like 25, and he pulled out $50.
Bro, I saw that stack.
Yeah,
was
he
like,
saw that.
I know for a fact he wants the song request
Yeah.
because there ain't no way that's a tip.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. In my mind, I was like, oh, is this a tip? But then he was like, yeah, can you just play like old school throwbacks? I'm like, you could wait for the next guy. I'm a different guy, so you could wait. And then he was like, but we're just not feeling it. I'm like, well, you could wait, just wait. And then he just shrugged and then he just walked away.
Yeah. Didn't you go and talk to him too, or something, or you?
Yeah, because I couldn't hear him, so
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
Sukar.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I looked at you, because I was on the side, like just listening, right? And then I just saw you like looking. It feels like I know exactly what he wants. I'm gonna tell him how to handle the situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because you get those a lot too, where they're just not messing with your music, but at the same time, it's like it's music that I like too. Like I want to play my music that I like to play. Like you can do song requests here and there, but at the end of the day, that's
It's your
it's who
playlist.
you are as like
Yeah.
a DJ. Like either like it or not, you should always like bring a little bit of yourself into your sets that you make versus like always just trying to please the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, and there wasn't that much people there too. And I also thought the people there, they wasn't like mostly Hmong people, so I thought they would at least like the metal stuff that I played. But they kind of didn't vibe with it, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, usually during that time frame, the time slot that you got, usually for the first time, it's more like a feel vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're just trying to feel like the crowd, what they're gonna vibe to and all that stuff too. But luckily, I've been doing the Doghouse for a little bit while now. Like you get to know like the cues of okay, these are all like the regulars that come here that like listen to like country music or a lot of the old school R&B and stuff like that.
And then after like 11:30, all the Hmong people come from unison.
Dude, just waves
And then
of,
it's
like,
EDM.
Hmong people. Yeah, that's what-
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that surprised me the most.
yeah.
Is that I didn't know that after 11:30, like everyone just comes in
Yeah.
and like everything's just filled up in there. Did
Dude.
not know at all.
Yeah, dude, I literally tell like my friends this all the time, like, because they always say this all the time too. It's like, I'm kind of dead in here, and it's only like 10, right? I was like, yeah, just watch.
Yeah.
just watch.
Yeah.
Like once like 30 hits, bro, line out the door, everyone's just coming in left and right, and then boom, it gets filled out, and they're like, dang, it's filled. Like I told you, just give it some time.
Yeah. I was pretty nervous, to be honest, when I got there. Because I remember DJ Fado, he was asking all these questions. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what you're asking, but, luckily you were there to help me too. So thanks. Yeah.
I mean, obviously everyone's been in that position too. So obviously, yeah, we haven't. All of us were in that position once where we were like, oh my god, this is my first time performing in front of a stage in front of people, right? So then, like, luckily you had like us too. Like we can just tell you, like, hey, just like, this is what we mean by like, this is the cables that we want, or like, hey, do sound check. Because for us, like we've been through it, and then we like to help like people that haven't been through it. So like you were in a good position, like just to trust us, like trying to get your first performance out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because I knew what it was like, man.
Yeah.
Like the first time, dude, I was so scared.
When was your first performance?
My first performance was at Unison.
Was it the
Oh.
EDM night?
I don't think it was the EDM. It was just like a random night.
A random night.
So,
was
yeah.
it bar side or banquet?
Banquet side.
Banquet. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll tell you how that happened. So I did a lot of like networking in between like 2021 to 2022, but it wasn't until like the summertime of like August where like I think I was making friends with like I was talking to the DJ bar or DJ at the bar at Unison. His name's Bobby Vang.
Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just been talking to them a lot, and then I was like, hey, like I'm a DJ, and like you teach me like tips and all that stuff too, and they would do that. But then luckily, there was a time where he couldn't make it, and then he told me like this was only like 2 days in advance or before like the actual show. He was like, hey, I can't make it to the show. You want to DJ? And I was like, oh shit. Like, do I say yes? Do I say no? Because I wasn't prepared for it too, and it was only like a 2-day notice.
Yeah.
Right.
That was me too when you
Yeah.
asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I know exactly how that was. But it was like a 2-day notice. I was like, I'm just gonna take that leap, you know. I guess that was how you felt.
Yeah,
too, right?
when you said that, I opened the message. In my head, I was like, "Oh shit! Like, this is my moment." It's like the anime moment, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't been practicing in like a month too. I didn't even touch the board for like a month, and I was like, you know what, I got to do it because if I really want to like just make this hobby, and be better at it, then I got to do it. So I took the leap too.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like a lot of people, like a lot of friends that I know too, that DJ and stuff like that. I tell them like, hey, if you guys ever want to just like DJ, I can just I'll recommend you guys to, and a lot of them are like saying that we're not ready yet. Like oh yeah, and then let me try to prepare and stuff like that. You can't really prepare until you actually like do it. I think that's like the biggest advice I can give you, because you can compare all you want, but it's different from when you're like
On
playing,
stage, right?
yeah, playing on the studio or playing wherever you're at, like in your little like bedroom or anything like that, versus like playing on stage, because the reaction from like the crowd is different from just playing in your room.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and you gotta think of that real quick, because like what goes into actually like DJing, it's not always like just playing whenever you want. You have to create a set, grab all your equipment, get there early, make sure everything is good, and then play a set. Right? Like no one knows that until you actually get to that point.
Yeah.
So I think for everyone, just take that leap, and then you'll learn way more than just saying, I'll try to be ready, or I'm trying to prepare. Yeah.
Yeah. How long? Okay, what's the longest set you've done though?
2 hours? No. 4.
4 hours? That's pretty long.
Well, that's different though, because like it's more for like an event versus like a show. Shows are like very different from like a DJ. Like DJing at an event, like graduations, weddings, those are different from like our shows that we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
because for what we do, I see that as more like a performance, right?
Yeah.
Like the stuff that we do. But it's different from like playing at events, because like all you're doing is just pressing play and then getting the
that's
next
true.
song going on. Yeah.
That's a thing too. I'm like, am I really a DJ, or am I just pressing buttons?
Pressing play, yeah.
So
Sometimes you have to, man. They want you there for like 6 to 8 hours.
dang.
Like, bro, I'm not gonna be mixing the whole time, man. I just
Yeah.
want to press play and just
Where-
let the song ride out.
For the 4 hours, where was it at? Was that Unison?
No. It was at my friend's. I think it was a graduation.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's.
Like I said, it's different. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least was it popping though? At least.
No, yeah. No, yeah, I had fun. I didn't play like a lot of EDM. I just like played songs that most people should know. But everyone still had a good time.
Did you play songs though, since it was like so long?
Yeah.
You had
But
to.
luckily they did not notice.
Yeah, because the alcohol hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you play the popular song in the beginning, it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Let me play it again.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of the trick.
So the first time you debuted pretty much was at Unison, right? And how long ago was that?
2022.
2022.
Yeah, August.
Oh, okay.
I remember it. I
Okay.
remember it to the day.
When
Yeah.
when was the EDM night when you guys did the event with your 2 other friends from Slam Academy?
Because I had 3 events after that, my first show, and we technically just called it EDM show.
Oh yeah.
So it might have been like the second or third one, because we just called it EDM show after that.
Yeah, we gotta do one again, man.
We should.
Yeah, we should. I think Far East this time.
Far East or some place like.
Yeah.
For me now, it's just like, dang, I don't want to just call it like a DJ party because like they're probably like asking for a variety, which like I'm cool with too. But like there are some parts where I'm like, I'm kind of holding back from playing a lot of EDM songs that I want to play because it's not like suitable for like some audiences. You know, not everyone's gonna like dubstep, even though I really fuck with dubstep.
Yeah.
But I just gotta pick and choose like your events and your venues.
I think we should do one. Like do a summer kickoff, but we got to do it like on a, I don't know, Friday, Saturday. We got to strategize too, you know, like make sure people come, and we get paid too.
Yeah, we need to promote it.
Yeah, I have an idea. I think we'll talk more later though.
Talk to Monk Tinder.
Yeah.
So I guess now in your so that was the first at Unison, and then how many other events have you DJ'd ever since like then?
Oh man, because I'm going off of like how many I've performed versus the venues.
Well, count the venues too. I mean, because that's like more experience.
Just count
as well
everything.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've done like 10 plus shows. Most of them have been at Doghouse recently, but I played at Monk House and I played at Unison. For a fun fact, I have not played at Far East.
What? Really? I thought you had like once.
No.
Oh.
Not once.
Well, I mean, do you plan to or want to one day?
Yeah, I mean they ask, but I'm not like dying to say, hey, can I play for your? Can I play a set there or something like that? Because you know I'm doing my own thing too. You know, I'm still making music, things like that. But I'm not. For me, I'm not really like asking to be like, can I DJ at this show? Like people just ask me, and I'll be like, yeah, I can make it, or I can't make it.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I just never really bothered. But if Far East ever like says, hey, you want to DJ? Hell yeah, I'm down. Because EDM, dude.
Yeah.
I want to play a really hardcore set.
Yeah. I want to play my music too and get the audience, mostly the Hmong audience, to like my type of music too, because it's kind of like EDM too, I guess, but you could dance with it as well, or mosh if you want.
Yeah, that's a thing too, where it's hard to like try to be yourself, but also try to please the crowd. Yeah. Yesterday when I was playing,
just like I don't know, like Super Bass by Nicki Minaj and like other typical songs that you would hear at a bar, I was like, okay, I want to play my songs, but I gotta wait till everyone's done dancing and then and the music be done. But yeah,
luckily I learned that from like a healthy like standpoint of like learning, is that you had to find that happy medium where you enjoy what you're playing and the crowd is loving it. So for me, like where I found that happy medium was, I love progressive house, I love Martin Garrix, Zed, and a lot of people know who they are, right? So I play a lot of those because I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what like Zed, Clarity, Beautiful Now, Scared to Be Lonely, things like that. Like people know what that is, and that's what I enjoy too. So like finding that happy medium where it's like I can enjoy my set and y'all can have fun too. I think that's where you need to be at too. Yeah. Just find like a common ground,
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to share this, but what was the highest amount you ever been paid? Ooh. You don't have to say which place too, but yeah.
I would say it was during my early adventures, or like when I first like started being a DJ. And now a lot of people can say that where they got paid a lot, because I know like a lot of my DJ friends too that play at like they play at Skyway. They play at the Lock, right? Okay. They haven't come like at least like close to what they got paid during like their time with me. And not to say like that's narcissistic or anything like that. It's just like what they told me is like, yeah, dude, like sometimes I just have to pay for free.
Dang.
Yeah, so from my like time as a DJ, I've always gotten paid.
That's good.
Yeah. I never, like, no one has ever like said, we'll just give you like free drinks or like stuff like that. No, I got paid. Yeah. Okay. So I never got that adventure of like, I would say not be like humble, because I'm pretty humble when it comes to like what everyone teaches me, but like I never experienced like going from like the ground where it's like, dang, I need money, like I need to do this and that. It's just been a blessing that I'm fortunate enough to have them like pay for the time I'm there.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I remember you telling me you are gonna take a break, right?
Yep.
From DJing, so you're not gonna like perform at all, or you're just gonna go to your studio and just focus on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the reason why I do that is because DJing is fun. I love like playing in front of a crowd. Like that's what gets me like hyped the most. But then it's at a certain point where it's like, DJing just take you like into like this certain like level that I'm comfortable with. But I'm trying to reach to the next level where it's like, the end goal is trying to be an EDM artist, not trying to be a DJ. So that's where I'm at, where I have to take this break, because learning music and actually like trying to make your own music, that's super hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. It's hard making music.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I just really need to take this break because every weekend you're just trying to set up, perform, things
True.
like that, right?
But at least
like,
you're getting paid too. That's the
that's
thing.
true. Like, but for me, I'm like at that part where I don't really need the money, where I don't really need to like strive for that just to make money off of it.
Mhm.
Like it's for me, like again, the end goal is try to be an artist.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a DJ, because a lot of people, they don't really like know the difference between that, because they just see like someone just pressing play, right?
Yeah.
And just having fun, chilling at the end of the night. But it's fun.
You want to do more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like I want to be like the Millennium. I want to be like Slander.
Yeah.
Making their own music and then getting to play their own music. That's always the end goal.
Mhm.
Because like I don't want, like, for me now, I don't want people to come just to vibe out to like the venue, right? I wanted people to come to my shows because they like my music.
Yeah.
And they want to see me because of my music.
So I guess overall, what would you like give someone who is like, I would say even a person trying to be an upcoming artist, or even a DJ, or like a person who's trying to produce music? I guess with what you've seen so far, what would you give them as like the number one tip or advice?
I would say take a lot of advice, ask a lot of questions, because that's going to take you a long way from just being like, I know how to do this, or like just having that being in your bubble, like taking those uncomfortable feelings of like, I need to ask somebody for help. I think that's the number one thing. Even in general too, if you don't ask for help, how are you going to like learn, or how are you going to grow as a person, That'll be my number one advice. I'm still like learning stuff too. I'm still fairly new at, just being an artist and stuff like that. But just at my first year, I literally by myself went out to the Loft or like Skyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then actually go like to the openers, like 'cause they'll be just chilling there too, just waiting for their turn, And I'll just be like, hey, my name's Suker. I'm trying to be a DJ too, and then we'll just have a whole conversation and be like, hey, how'd you start, or like what's your number one advice for me? Just like really like getting to get their advice and just soaking that in will bring you like miles away from what you're comfortable with.
So basically networking. That's the number one
100%.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who do you think gave you the best advice? Anybody?
It has to be through, I know it's kind of cheesy, but maybe like because they are like my teachers getting paid for it, but they're Slam Academy. They honestly teach me so much about like the industry and things like that too. Even my friends too, like Red Comet Ethos, they taught me stuff too.
Are they still working on their craft too and everything?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone's still working on this stuff. There's no like end date. Everyone's like always on the grind. So that's where you had to be at.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily for like the teachers there, they're at that stage where it's like I can finally teach people like my stuff. So then I think the most memorable advice that I got was through like JP, where when like you're making like music or you're going out there, like if you're just creating like barriers for yourself, you're gonna get like nowhere. So you just have to drop all those barriers, be kind of like vulnerable of like asking people like, how does this work, or how to like work some sort of like set, Like if you can just be vulnerable to just that, I think it'll make you grow as a person.
Yeah, I was just wondering, just because I think that not a lot of artists that we've kind of seen, even like on TikTok or social media, I feel like a lot of them, it's like I feel like it's like one in like 100,000 people will get famous on TikTok or on social media too. Just like the this Asian artist, he's the one who wore the mask. I don't know if you guys know.
He wears a mask.
He wears a mask.
Is he a singer?
Yeah, he's a singer.
I don't think I know who that is.
Asian? Is he
Asian. Yeah,
Is
and
he
then
Hmong?
no,
No.
he's I think South Korean.
I don't know.
I don't know. I never heard of him.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't listen to
But I mean, cause like I think he made songs through GarageBand and then just posted it, and then he got famous on that.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I'm like, what about the people who work really hard though? What would they like, kind of ask or kind of want to
Oh.
know about more of the music industry stuff? So
I'm gonna say, like again, like this
Yeah.
is just like pure option or opinion based and stuff
Mhm.
like that too. But I know that it works for like most people in some industry. It's just having the charisma to do it. Like what I tell myself this too is like you can honestly be the best at what you do, but if you don't show like how good you are, you're gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I try to tell myself that every day too. Like I try to post. Like, I'm not really like comfortable posting as much because I don't know how like work like social media like that. But then a lot of the people, why they get the opportunity is because they just post what they're doing. They're posting their craft. Not a lot of people like in the industry does that, or like just like slow people like us.
Mhm.
People on our level, we're not really posting like what we're doing. As long as like you post, you're gonna get somewhere because you're reaching out to audiences.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so yeah, that's how he probably got super
Yeah.
big. He's just posting every single day, every single time. Yeah, I don't feel like for most people that are like truly talented, I feel like they shouldn't complain as much because,
They're already there. I mean,
Yeah.
they have the
Yeah.
talent too. So
yeah, you
Yeah.
have the talent. You just need the marketing for
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like double sided too because you can be super charismatic but then talentless
Yeah.
Mhm.
versus
Yeah.
like someone that actually has talent and then they're like introverted or don't want to post their stuff.
Mhm.
That's me right now, honestly. Like I try to post a little bit here and there, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of weird. Yeah,
I try.
Kinda.
I mean, I try too, but it's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of posting the same thing all over again. I need something new. So
yeah.
yeah.
Just trying to find that niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about going live on TikTok. You've been thinking
Do
about
it.
that?
You guys should
Don't
do it.
allow it to, dude. I barely post on like TikTok and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
You guys should start. I think it's the you guys just, I honestly think that it's you just do it. It's kind of like what you said earlier. It's you take that leap
Yeah.
to doing something, and I think that if you start doing it, it will start to pick up eventually. But I mean, who knows? Like it could just overnight, your stuff could be like blowing up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I would say the last thing before we transition to like the usual late night talks type theme we have is I would say, or here the question is throughout your whole DJ career, right, so far right now, and like now that you're kind of taking a break and then you're starting to focus more on your own personal music, right? I guess what are you gonna try to be focusing on in your music and
Your goals.
your
yeah.
goals
Mhm.
and also like, do you also want to let the audience know like what unreleased music you have so far? Because I've taken a look at some of your stuff, social media stuff, and I saw that you had a SoundCloud, but I tried to find your SoundCloud and I couldn't really find it. But yeah, so I guess so far, what are some of your goals now that you're trying to like establish your own original pieces?
Yeah. I think for my SoundCloud, I don't think I changed the username. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I think that's why people haven't been finding me because originally my name was Soren99.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. It was just a little play on words because my name's Suker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why I chose Soren. And then 99, that's the year I was born.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I don't think I changed that because I've been posting a lot on SoundCloud lately. I think that was like, 2 years ago? So I was like, I think I know why. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, it's because like that too is like I haven't been posting anything because I am trying to hone my craft.
Yeah.
I think working on trying to find like your identity takes years. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like some people get it, like Red Comet, Virtual Riot. They've been doing this for like 7+ years,
Mhm.
and then they have like musical talents underneath them, right? I'm starting at a point where I was only like 21 where I started this, and like, that's still like fairly new. But then like that compared to like classically trained people, I have to start from like the ground, and then try to work my way up. And I'm still am right now too. So that's one of my goals is just learn, and then once I find like my niche or my identity,
Your
that's when,
style
like,
and
yeah,
everything.
that's when you can. I honestly believe that's where you take off further from just being a DJ, and actually like standing out from all the other DJs. You make your own music. You bring in crowds. That'll take you a long way. So I would honestly rather take the long way than just performing at like bars and stuff like that for now, because I feel like I gotten too comfortable just performing at just bars and stuff like that, and not really taking that leap into like the next step. So I really want to like spend time actually making music, putting it out there, trying to release it, all that stuff. So be patient, man. Music is super hard.
Yeah.
They don't know it too, because like they just think like, I'm gonna make a chord like that and then release it. No, you gotta make sure that it sounds good. It's like actually like
On time.
on time.
Mixed mastered.
Dude, there's like a like tree of all this like Facebook stuff like people don't understand. That's why I haven't released anything, because like you have to think, does it sound good? Is it mixed and mastered right? Did I play this in the right key? All that stuff, right? Why do you think like people like in the music industry, albums take like years to make?
Yeah, definitely.
Music is hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would say like it's easy to make music, but it's hard to make good music.
Yeah. I agree.
We have a singer right here too, guitar player. So
Right?
Yeah. It's hard. I would say like just making up, because you know I'm sure you've seen like those videos of Charlie Puth making his music, and I would say he already knows what's gonna happen in the song. He's just showing us the process. But when you go in there and you're like, how do I start a song? You know, I feel like that's the hardest thing.
Because that guy has like what he's been doing music his whole life.
Right.
So that's the difference, right? Like people like who started from a later age versus people that actually like, grew up doing this. It's a lot. I'd say it's a lot harder for us, like just like get that muscle memory or like just doing it, you know. So, but I mean, we're doing it at age. You know, age is just like
we're still young. We got
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, we're gonna close it off here, but you got any social media that you want to plug?
Yeah, you can follow me at Instagram. It's Cloud10 Music _. I don't have a Facebook page yet, but I'm looking to do that soon. Hopefully within summertime. You know, just trying to release music, going to classes, things like that. But yeah, Cloud10 Music _ on Instagram.
Nice.
All right. Thank you for coming today. It was a good conversation that we had. I think one of our best ones too.
Really?
So, yeah. I think so.
I think it's definitely something that, I mean, music-wise, we're
yeah.
heavily invested in. But I do think that overall, like, we enjoyed this one a lot too. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
This is my first ever like podcast.
Hey,
So
when you get famous, you
Dude,
know.
I was like,
Started.
I've never done this before. He was like, you want to do a podcast? Like, dude, I've never talked in front of a camera in my life.
Yeah. Once you do it a lot, you'll get used to it too.
Yeah.
But,
No, it was fun though. Like, I like talking like this. It's really nice.
when he's famous, you know.
Yeah,
That's,
when you're famous, you gotta remember. You gotta remember.
I gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to the Late Night Talks, and we hope you have a good night.
Peace.